yeah, you're overshooting the quality desires here. Just listen. In this video, we're going to talk about balancing sticky weight tires, how we do it, and probably not why we do it, because it's not super relevant, but the reason we do it is it's a 10 times better balance by using a tape measure to do sticky weights than by allowing this machine to guess, right? Because that's what this machine does, is guess if you don't use the tape measure, okay? And I'm not into guessing, and I'm not into balancing tires twice, and we're nowhere near the expressway, so when we balance tires, and we do it the shitty way this machine wants you to do it, and then it comes back, and we gotta go feel it, let's not waste that time. Let's do it right the first time, and then we won't have these problems. So, first step in this is, right, understanding that this tool is exactly like this tool, right? So we don't ever switch from dynamic, right? If you're doing 2 pound-on weights, right, one on the outside, one on the inside, right, you leave it in dynamic, you use this, right, and you use the little caliper, and guess what? You're telling this machine exactly where to put the weights, right? You're telling it to put exactly there, and you're telling it to put exactly there, right? That's what we do with the tape measure. It's the same exact thing. This is all measured in inches. So we're going to use this tape measure to tell this machine exactly where we're putting the sticky weights, okay? So I hope that makes sense, and that's the why, and we're done with the why. So now the how-to, okay? So get in here, Drake, you can see, right? So in this, I've already removed the old weights, right? So you can see right there, can you see the white where the old weight is? Mm-hmm. Okay. So what we're going to do, right? First thing we're going to do is measure, right, the diameter of this rim. So in this scenario, right, get in there, Drake, can you see that that's 15 and a half? Yep. Okay. Right, so right, always try and find the old place where the weight was, right, if they put it in the right spot, and we want to put this weight, right, on the flat spot closest to the face of the rim, okay? That's where we always want to put that weight. So you can see this one curves a little bit. We don't want to put it there. We want to put it on the furthest flat spot over that it'll sit, flat, okay? So I'm going to measure across. I'm at 15.5, right? Does that make sense? Sometimes you got to guess a little bit, but this one's pretty close, 15.5, okay? So that's my first measurement. Make a mental note, 15.5. Okay, so now the second thing I have to do is tell this machine, right? I'm telling this machine that's where I'm going to put that weight. Now I have to tell this machine where I'm going to put this weight, okay? And I know in this rim, looking at it, I can bang on a weight to the outside. Same concept, right? But we're going to do this with dual sticky weights, okay? One of the other reasons we do this, by the way, it reduces a lot less weight because it's not guessing. It's just like banging on weights, right? If we do it the other way, we just run a bead of, weights that's this long, where we can run a bead of weights that's this long, okay? So back to this, right? So I'm going to, right? I got my first measurement, 15 and a half. Now I'm going to measure across, and I'm going to tell this thing where I'm going to put my second weight, right? So in this scenario, okay, so I'm there, right? And now if I put this weight right there, from the initial weight to the middle of that weight is 5. Make sense? Okay. Let's say I was going to bang on a weight to the outside, right? So the edge of the rim right there is 6. Can you see that? Right? So I might be, 5.5, right? So you can see right there is 5.5, and I'm right on this edge. So if I banged on a weight, that weight might be, the middle of that weight might be 5.6, 5.7, okay? So that's what I would want to tell this machine if I was going to bang on a weight here. In this scenario, we're going to do the sticky weight, so we're going to say, it sits at 5, okay? You don't ever have to put this weight there, you just know the middle of this weight is going to be sitting at about 5, okay? So I got my measurements, I got 15 and a half, and I got 5, okay? We're calling this baby. Not use this broken thing. Okay, so now come back over here because you still got to do this portion. Right, so this is you have to manually enter. So I'm doing the same process with this. Okay. So this is what this is measuring is from here to the edge of the rim, which is 3.5. Right. So my width again is 5, 0. Now I need to go to the 16.8, which is that diameter. I hit that button, 15.5. Make sense? Okay. So now I've told this thing exactly where I plan on putting the weights. Okay? I close this. Okay. So this thing's throwing a lot of weight right now, and so be it. We're not going to get into what to do on that, right? However, that's bad news. That's not what you want. So in this scenario, a lot of times I would deflate the tire, break the bead down, rotate it 180, see where we can get. So I'm going to try and balance this, just see if I can get it to 0. So I'm going to always start on this side, right? And I'm going to get just this side to 0, right? And I'm never going to start with 3.5. So let's say this was 1.25 here. I would start with 1 ounce, spin it, and then see what it says, because it might now say 0 or it might say 0.5, right? And we'll get into that, right? So in this scenario, so these are 1/2 ounce weights, right? This allows us to get a much tighter, band of weights. So there's 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce. So I'm starting at 3 ounces, right? So I'm going to spin this. I'm going to put my knee on here. See, I'm flashing 0. Okay? So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to make a little white mark. Okay? Can you see that?
Triangle.
So there's center right there. So now I'm going to take my 3. Okay? Perfect. Got a clean rag. Okay? So now you see my white mark? I can see where the center of, right, my 3.5 goes. So I'm going to take my 3, and I'm going to put it, I'm going to center it on there as best I can. Okay? Does that make sense? White mark, and I'll put my 3 on there. I'm under, because I know I have to spin it twice. You'll never get it. If I tried 3.5 on here, it would just spit me over to here and say, put more weight over here. Right? I'm going to try and get to 0 in this area. Okay, so. Go away. Stop making noise. Get out of here. Got it. Look, stop. Don't you understand? Leave. Perfect. So now come over here. Let me show you. Right. So this is now 0.25. Okay. Now, right, so now I'm flashing. Now go back under there, Drake. So now if you see, right, where does my 0.25 go? It goes dead nuts on the end, or my 0.25 goes dead nuts on the end of that. Does that make sense? Are you even following that, Drake?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm going to get myself a 0.25er, right, which is one of these smaller dudes. Okay. Just stick it right on the end of that puppy. Okay. Back up. Close this. Okay, so come back over here. 0, right? So now, see, I haven't touched this side. Holy shit, this rib's fucked. Anyhow, that's why we're throwing 3.5, because I can now see my rim's bent to crap. Whatever, we'll move on, right? So now I'm at 0 on the inside. I'm done there. I should be done there if I've done this correctly, right? So now I'm going to focus on, right, this side, right? Okay, so now I'm still going to take my white crayon. I'm going to find, right, I'm going to find my 1.75, and I'm going to make a little mark. Okay? So now, come on over here, Drake. There's my little mark right there, right? And I'm not going to put 1.75 because I'm not slick, right? I'm going to do 1.5. Okay? So now watch. Write that down a little bit. You guys have to use your best judgment on how clean it needs to be. It doesn't need to be super clean. These weights are actually pretty sticky. Okay? So in this scenario, I need 3 half-ounce weights. Oops, yeah. Okay. So I find my little spot. Right? Now, if I was banging a weight on, right, I'd bang the exact number on, right? So if this is 1.75 and I was banging on out here, I'd bang on 1.75. Okay. Sticky weights, you always have to do it twice. It just works that way. Sorry. Zero. Dunzo, right? That's it. So I used very minimal weight in comparison to if I switched this thing to like alloy 3 and made this thing guess, right? So that's how simple that is, and we do that for every single tire. Okay, now hold on. Right. So 0. Oh. I can't remember how to do this. Oh. 4. Okay, so this thing's now in grams, it's 0, right? So anyhow, we're 0'd out. This tire is now ready to put on. Much easier.